Welcome back to The Chase, everybody, here at the office today. And we are kicking off this episode trying to get all of our food plots in. You know, we're going to start at the CRP farm. We got everything sprayed up there. And a lot of these plots are put in with a lot of the thought processes that we had and observations from last year. The first plot, we're doing no huddle and a mixture of rut greens and clover. One of the things I want there is cereal grains, because that plot is for sure going to be clover in the future. So that'll give the multi-year a good start moving into early next year. And then we're doing a mixture of rut greens and multi-year on the rest of the plots, just because I'm not sure what I want those plots to be in the future. I may want them to be clover. I may want to keep them as turnip plots. I'm not 100% sure yet. So we're getting those plots taken care of. And then we're going to the new farm. And that is a farm I'm going to call the Sherman farm for now. That's where Mike was hunting Sherman a couple years ago. And until I come up with a better name for it, that's what it's going to be. So out there, you know, we got those plots sprayed the other day. And I'm putting in a new plot. And it's a little bit unconventional, something I haven't done before. And I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video on how we're doing that, what makes it unconventional, and how you can maybe apply that to some situations you have. So hopefully that helps. We're also gonna get the inside corner plot done, so I'm excited to get the seed in there. We got 2 inches of rain on all that seed yesterday, so super exciting, and I'm ready to go. We gotta get cameras out yet, but that's the next thing is on the list. Outside drill and a couple more plots. We do have to run the drill to do a few of their bigger plots, so we'll get that taken care of. And we are hammered down, heading the season. 2 months left. Here we go. Enjoy the video. If you have comments, let me know. We got Blake back here. We got my truck. I believe this is the tree we're gonna hunt right here. You get up in that Y somewhere with the saddles, and then you've got a screen when you come in. Ideally, you can blow a north, straight north back the way you walk in, or northwest out across the open field. There's a ditch on that side, so hopefully your thermals are going to pull to that. What I'm worried about, pulling down this way towards where the deer are going to come from. All right. Start that. Let's see where we get. Well, Blake, it's a little unorthodox spot, but I think it's gonna work. Whew. Maybe get you some water, huh? Last year I was walking with Zeb, and we came by this section of this giant, I think, blue spruce, and the trunks are just rubbed to crap. I mean, horizontal rubs underneath. That's pretty darn cool. Put a camera in on the tree and just got some sweet photos last year. But the amount of deer that use the spot, I mean, it's pretty substantial. Almost every deer on the farm, whether they were east side deer, west side deer, north side deer, at some point in the season I got them on this little rub. And essentially it's just a little, you hear us talk about community scrapes. I mean, that's essentially what this is. There's scrapes out here, but those rubs are all going in there, putting their forehead, getting the glands up in there and marking who's coming through. So knowing that, and this is just kind of a little pinch, which we'll walk through in a second and talk about, but I was like, let's get a food plot here. So we're gonna go to the other side. We'll kind of walk the deer movement out, talk about it, and then show it on aerial view. So last year, you guys know I was hunting that mowed lane that pinched down by the pond. Well, that outlet's up here right by the shed. It kind of creates like a little chute. I mean, it's probably 15 yards wide. Deer are gonna be close if they're using this. And we're hoping we can incentivize that movement pattern out to the ag through here. I think they do it already. I just didn't have a camera in here last year. So just off this way, I think that's a great tree you could get in to hunt the lane.
You could also put like a pop-up blind here and hunt them coming, but boy, they're going to be close. It'd be tough to get drawn back and see them coming. So the other option is you get in one of the pine trees on the edge. And I think this one on the corner would be good. You'd have to trim it out a little bit. But all of them set up decent for a north, straight north, blows you directly back to an open field, generally when the corn's not up. And then northwest cuts you across a long sliver of the field. Now, as we walk out here, we put a full rate of rut greens in here and a half a rate of the multi-year, because that rut greens plus cold climate has the multi-year into it. So just building it up for next year. We'll come back and frost seed it and see what it looks like. But this is gonna be a sweet spot. I can't wait to hunt it. This is another 3/10 of an acre plot. So we'll do another 3 pounds of seed. And like I say, I'm seeding a little heavy today, just because we're not dealing with the best seed to soil contact in the world. Well, we're wrapped up here at the CRP farm. We've got all the plots seeded. You know, I still think we'll be all right. I think there's enough seed to soil contact there. There's enough standing vegetation where the seed can get down to the ground. And then the fact that we have heavy rain coming tomorrow makes me feel even better. We'll keep an eye on it, check it in a week. If we don't see germination, then most likely we're just gonna come in, burn it, and reseed it. We still have a window where we've got probably another 10 days to get rut greens in the ground. So I'm early, it's July 29th, the 28th to August 10th is kind of that window in my eyes. It's exciting to have food on that farm. I'm excited to see how the plots do. I truthfully do think they'll do fine. The no huddle plot, that's going to be a banger of a spot. The just call it the shop plot because it's right behind the shop. I think that's going to be awesome. The one on the east side, the last one we seeded, you know, that's more of a test. It's got to be clover in the future just because of erosion purposes in the spring. So that's going to be full season clover, but just the way the deer utilize the property and what I observed last year, I think that could be a really awesome spot. I'm excited. That 4-year-old 10 I grunted in early season last year, that was an awesome hunt. He should be a stud this year at 5. We got Bullwinkle. Who knows how old that deer is, but hopefully Abby can get on him. And frankly, if he walks by me, I doubt I'll hold on to an arrow. So he's just too cool of a deer, and it's a little bit of a story, you know. So right now we're gonna head back to the house. I think I'm gonna top off my backpack sprayer here, because we're gonna go out and we're gonna direct seed into grasses on one place today, and then spray it with Roundup and clefting them after. So we're gonna see how that turns out, and drop Chancey off and let him be with his mom for a while in the AC, and I'm gonna go sweat some more. I tell you what, it's 93 degrees with 95% humidity today. Real feel of 102. It is absolutely wretched out, but we got rain coming tomorrow. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna get it done. So Blake, thoughts, comments, questions?
It's a hot one.
That's true.
It's hot. That's all I got.
It's all he's got. So we got about 45-minute drive, so we'll catch up with you guys when we get to the next farm. I'm not going to show you all that driving in between stuff. So, well, we are leaving my house. We picked up assistance because I just don't think I can do it myself. Joe seeded about 7 acres today, which technically is 14 because he did rut greens and then cold climate behind it. So he was seeding everything twice. So it wasn't that hot today, was it?
No.
No.
I almost put my sweater on. It's so cold.
So the mud road is out of commission. So we're walking the corn edge around. They did not, in fact, overspray the corn. We were hoping they did, but they did not. There's light at the end of the tunnel, though. There's grass up there. It's not too far of a walk. Shouldn't be too bad. So we just got this spot. We're gonna try and knock this out quick to get out of here. I'm telling you, it is humid against that corn. I am drenched. It's cooling down though. We walked on the shady side, that was nice. But this is the plot I've been talking about that we're gonna do kind of different poor man style. And I don't know if it's gonna work. It might not, but we're gonna try it. We can always come back and reseed it later. So like I said, it's early. If I need to redo it, it's fine. So honestly, this happened because I just haven't got out here to spray. Basically what we're gonna do is Joe is gonna seed directly into the grasses without them laying down a lot. Now right here, we've kind of trampled it down. The deer kind of pinched through here to this fence gap, so it's all trampled down. But as you get out there, it's all standing. So you can broadcast and get your seed down to the ground better and then spray behind it. But we're spraying Roundup and clethodim on this. This is gonna be a test, something we're gonna see how it works. You know, I think ideally it's not meant for brome grass like this, but we're gonna try it. I ordered some extra seeds, so I think we'll have something here. I don't know. We're probably gonna have to come back and seed cereal greens, but that's okay. This is kind of a neat spot. It sets in the middle of the farm and there's really no trees to bow hunt. You could potentially make this one work over here. I've made worse work, but I don't think that's the best way to do it. I think putting a blind right here. We have this fence gap that a ton of deer go through just from looking at travel patterns where we picked up sheds walking earlier this year. And it just kind of funnels them down into this ditch. So you can have the blind here. You'd hunt it on any kind of west wind. You'd give up if deer come up the edge. Your thermals are going to fall down the ditch. And most of these deer are going to be coming out of the hardwood draw, I would think, not necessarily this plum thicket. It'll be interesting. I don't know how the deer use this farm. There's going to be a lot of learning and just, you know, listen to episodes like Mike's, talking to Joe, you get ideas. And yeah, thank you.
Sure. Not sure what I did.
I said, Joe, you want to come help me? He said, I just want to sit in the AC. He said, do you need help? I said, not really, but yeah. So here we are. There we be. We're gonna.
Got it?
$60 sprayers.
Got it?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, we lost both of them. All right, well, we are done with that plot. We're gonna go seed this last plot and get out of here. It is quite hot out. Should have brought some water. Basically, this doesn't look too bad. I was kind of worried about the amount of thatch, but there's a lot of spots where you can get seed to soil contact, plus I drive in the rain tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and seed it. I think this one will do well. So I broke this down on the new property chase video. I think it was the first one of the year. So if you want to check out the spot, go there. We'll talk more about it as we kind of hang stands and everything. But for now, I'm just gonna get the work done because I need some water. So that's what we're gonna do. We just let the dogs out here at the house. We're wrapped up. It's great to get both farms planted, minus the 1 acre plot on the farm we just did. I'm either gonna have to till or put fire to that, so not 100% sure when. I may be able to get the drill in there. That would be best case scenario. I think I'm gonna try it. Just get the drill in there. It's an acre. I'd like to have it drilled just from the standpoint of making sure it's gonna be good in there with the amount of thatch. That was tall canary grass, if you remember. Not exactly the ideal scenario for broadcast seeding into. So, and then just the main farm over there, we got to get that drilled. So, and really whenever Joe's going from the river farm to the home farm to plant for Mike or transition it, whatever he's doing, we'll just swing in there and plant it, or on the way back, vice versa. So it's pretty good to get that done. Next up is going to be getting cuttybacks out. I really want to see what deer are on some of these farms. So the Otter farm hasn't really had anything. 2 good 3-year-olds showed up, but nothing to note as far of a shooter. I feel like I got ticks crawling over me. It's been bad today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I say, we're going to see if that test plot works, and it's cool to have food on the farm. I know there's not much to this one, but nonetheless, I'm excited. And
Send it.
I guess we better get our dogs before they head to the Amish over there. So thank you guys for watching. I'm tired. I'm gonna go eat and get a shower. Talk to you later.